for coming to the first ever Achieving Your Greatness motivational speech here. I'm excited. You're excited. Before we get started, I kind of want to tell you my mindset and the reason I'm choosing to do a motivational speech. I don't know if you guys realize it, but history is literally being made right now. Like everything we do, going to class, our academics, our athletics, everything that we do in life is creating our history, is building our legacy. And I always told myself when I look back, I want to be remembered for the person who inspired, who really worked to change the world. That is my mindset, and that is what this is. This is my push to be remembered. This is my push to inspire every single one of you. So before I get started with my whole spiel, I have a good friend of mine, Lindsay, who she came up to me when I was planning this whole speech, and she told me a motivational story that she has lived through. It's her life. And when she told me, it literally was the epitome of greatness to me. It defined everything I see in the Word. So before I get started, I'd like to welcome Lindsay up here to tell her awesome, awesome story. So please give her a round of applause.
Thank you, he's a great public speaker, but I'm really nervous about this. My name is Lindsay Luckoff, and I'm a senior this year. I'm graduating in May, finally. I also teach yoga here on campus. And about 2 years ago, I began having seizures, and I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and was told that I'd be put on medication for the rest of my life. And at that point, I lost my license and was taken out of school. And I just fell into a really dark place at this point in my life. I lost a lot of memories. I went home and I couldn't remember where the dishes went. I couldn't remember my pets' names. So I felt pretty useless at this point. And I had always pictured myself being a physical therapist or something like that. And I didn't think that I'd ever be able to finish school, not even be able to remember where the dishes go. So I just really struggled. I've lost my personality, I felt like. But luckily I met some beautiful people that told me some encouraging things. One woman told me to embrace the past. You can't change the past. Embrace what is good now and let that be your focus. And then you can overcome the biggest challenges. Know and believe that you have the power to fight. And this ran deep within my soul. I knew that I needed to move forward, and that the conversations that I was having in my head were not helping me, and I wasn't going to be able to move forward telling myself that I was useless and less than everyone else. So I'm very thankful for that realization that I needed to change my mindset. And I realized that I wasn't useless. Every day is a gift, and I'm thankful that I'm here today. 2 years ago, someone found me on campus having seizures. If that boy wouldn't have found me, I don't know what would have happened. In a second, I could fall and have a seizure and hit my head on something. So, I didn't want to write that short, but sorry. My point is that life is a gift, and to appreciate every workout, appreciate the ability to just feel your body. And you'll never want to work out and feel that feeling more than the day that you're unable to. And for a while I couldn't, and that scared the crap out of me. So my message is to just appreciate every day, and every day is a gift, and it's beautiful. And thank you all for listening. I'll be happy to talk to anyone and share more, but I tend to get nervous and ramble and not make any sense, so I'm just going to pass it off to Alex.
When I first told people that I want to give a motivational speech, I got a lot of different reactions. Some good, some not so good. Some people were like immediately inspired just from the fact that someone was getting up and working towards their goal. That alone motivated them. They were happy, they were talking to me all the time, they were getting pumped. I love that. That is an example of a good reaction. On the other side, I got a couple laughs, a couple giggles when I told people that I wanted to get up here and talk to you guys about this stuff. I was asked questions like, who do you think you are? Like, what are your intentions of getting up here and giving a motivational speech? I'll be honest, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think people are literally going to be inspired by you talking. I mean, who do you think you are? Like, that's hard to hear, right? I mean, I'm here trying to work towards my goal, and immediately I'm getting shut down. Like, before I even start, I'm failing. Let's say a guy comes up to you and he says, yo, I'm trying to play basketball. He's a 5'5" guy, I mean, this tall. Goes up to you and says, hey, I'm trying to play basketball. What do you think? His friends are probably going to be like, dude, you're 5'5". Like, you're like a hobbit out there against those guys. Are you kidding me? And he says, all right, you're probably right. He's failing before he even starts. The number one rule with doing something new is to prepare for adversity, to prepare for challenge. We're always going to be faced with walls and with barriers, and we need to learn to break through, to go further, and just get it done. We can't let those kind of things stop us from doing what we want to do. Okay? We have to remember, remember this one, this is the most important part of this probably whole speech. Success is measured by our ability to overcome struggle. The struggle is our success. The struggle is our greatness. That is what the whole thing is about. If I came up to you and I gave you an NBA national championship trophy, I gave you the trophy. It's nice to have. I got a shiny piece of metal sitting in my room. But it's not going to mean anything to you. You didn't work for it. You didn't have the path to get there. If success is measured by that ability, by our struggle, then that path is that greatness. And that is what this speech is about. We need to go with the path. We need to learn from what we're doing. Now, greatness. I say that word more than any other word. I know my roommates back there are probably tired of me saying it, but I mean, I say it a good bit. Greatness isn't always that magnificent trophy. It's not always that paycheck, which I mean is always nice though, right? It's not always the fame that comes with it. Greatness is being the absolute best you that you can possibly be. It's looking back and knowing I gave 1,000% every step of the way. That is what it takes. That is what we need to do. 1,000%. You know, this is what I believe. This is my goal, and I am willing to die for that goal. I'm willing to do everything I possibly can to achieve it. I don't care if it's a national championship. I don't care if it's a straight A in your class. We need to work till we can't work anymore. That is what it takes. When people ask me what my goal is, I'm never shy to say it. It might sound cocky sometimes. I promise it's not, but I'm never shy. When they ask me, like, Alex, man, I see you in here 2-3 times a day, busting your butt in the gym. Like, what are you working for? I tell them every time, my goal in athletics is to be a world champ, #1 in the world. When I step in the cage, I'm gonna be the best. That is my goal. And that's what I tell them. And they see that through everything that I'm doing. That is what I'm working for. That is my greatness. It's not the end result. Yeah, if I get that world championship, then yeah, it's pumped, I'm happy. But it means nothing if my friends, if you guys aren't with me on that path. It's nothing if I don't work towards that goal. If I walked in the cage and got that award, you know, it wouldn't mean anything. I need the struggle, I need the path. That's what defines me. Now I know a lot of you say you work hard. Most people, if you ask them, like, hey, did you try for that test? Did you try for that game? They're gonna say yeah. Just because you say it, it doesn't always mean that you mean it, that you actually did it. There's a phrase that I love. It's a wrestling phrase. Most people don't really have heard about it, but my high school wrestling coach told me for the first time, like 9th grade, and it's love the grind. You ever heard that? Love the grind. It's my favorite term. The grind is that struggle. It's going to practice every day. It's going to class every day. It's that whole process, right? The grind, the longest part of the year. And that phrase kind of stuck with me. You know, it made me hype. Like, it made me look at things so much differently. I'm super, super fortunate that me and my brother have the same mindset. It's awesome. Like, he works just as hard as I do every step of the way. Growing up in high school, I would see him 2 times a day. Only 2. We'd wake up at 5 a.m. together, eat breakfast, and part our separate ways. I'd go to the gym, he'd go to his cross-country practice or whatever it was. Next time I saw him was until the end of the day, probably 9 o'clock, when we both got done practicing. We'd eat together one more time. It's a work ethic, it's a way of life. I love that. I love what I do. I love the struggle that I'm getting here with. I love giving this motivational speech. Can't you tell I'm kind of pumped? I'm kind of getting hyped and everything. I love this. But it means nothing if I don't love preparing for it. Again, my roommates can probably attest. I was sitting in my room with the door shut, just like walking back, even practicing hand gestures. Like, does this look good? Does this look, I mean, I'm getting hyped. I'm trying it, you know what I mean? I love the whole preparation. It's awesome. That is what you need to love. No one is ever going to be successful if they don't love what they do. That is what, I mean, ask Michael Phelps. I was reading an interview about Michael Phelps, and it was his coach, and it was his coach talking about him. And before he was the Michael Phelps, before all of that good stuff, he trained for that Olympics for 6 years. 6 years. And his coach said in that 6 years, he couldn't remember one time he took a day off. Not one, he couldn't remember. In 6 years. Years. Like, that's not once, that's 6 years of his life that he busted his butt to get to where he was. And now, who is he now? Greatest Olympian of all time. That's what it takes. He loves what he does. He loves that 6 years of training, but now look at it. Was he 20-something medals deep? I mean, it'd be nice to have, wouldn't it? You have a nice life after that. You have to absolutely love every step of the way, and that's what I do, that's what my brother does, that's what we all need to do if you want to be successful. That is what it's going to take, to love it. Love every second of it, right? It's awesome. Now, there's another interview that I saw with Will Smith, favorite actor, love that man to death. And he was talking about how he hates the word realistic. And I was like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, realistic is it's not a weird word, like it's normal. It means one thing, that's it. And I kind of adopted his mindset when it comes to this word realistic. Realistic is the same thing as being average or normal, because real has already happened. Everything that's real has been done before. There was a time in life when it was impossible to run the mile under 4 minutes. Scientists said that it was the human body could literally not run a mile faster than 4 minutes until one person ran it 4 minutes and then under. All it takes is that one person, that one leap, to do something new. And look, everybody's doing it. I don't know how many people exactly have ran a mile under 4 minutes, but I mean, there's a lot. A lot of people have done it. All it takes is that one person, that one leap, to do it. And with doing anything new, it's always going to be hard. And remember, anything that you do, anything new, anything that looks impossible, you're going to get crap for. It doesn't matter what it is. Giving a motivational speech, being a world champion, a national champion, it doesn't matter. There's always someone in your face. There's always someone going to tell you no. There's going to be everybody. It might be critics, it might even be your family, I don't know, but there's always going to be a block. And you have to think to yourself, what can I do? Like, what do I believe? That's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Going against maybe your family sometimes. I know some people come from hard places. You know, we can't choose where we're from, but we can choose where we end up. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter where you start. You can finish anywhere. You can finish as a national champion. You can finish as a Nobel Prize winner. I don't care what it is. Success is going to come from you. Success is going to come from that inner part of you that realizes that I can do anything. Any goal is an attainable goal. We can literally do anything we want to do. If you don't believe that, then you're going to get stuck in complacency. You're going to get stuck in that mediocrity. You're going to get stuck somewhere in life. My goal is to go far and beyond. Like, I'm planning, I'm going here. I can't even tell you where I'm going because I don't even know yet. I'm just kind of shooting that way, you know what I mean? I can't stop because I know I can do anything. I physically know that I am great. I believe I am great, therefore I am. That is what it takes. I truly believe that. That is what you need to do. You need to tell yourself you are great. You can literally do anything at all. We have to do that first step. And tell yourself that and really be ready. Realistic. Will Smith used an example of, was it realistic for someone to literally bend metal and fly people hundreds of feet in the air. Is that realistic at one point in time? But luckily, the Wright brothers built a plane. I'm sure they got a lot of crap for that. I mean, come on, right? If we're back in the day and I told you I wanted to bend metal, hop in it, and fly across the ocean, like, how does that laugh at me? Like, I mean, come on. Everything is gonna sound crazy at first. Would it be possible for a guy that was born with one leg to eventually be a national champion in wrestling? With one leg? I'm not even talking about a nub, like the man has no thigh, nothing. But yet, Arizona State's Anthony Robles won a national title. Went undefeated, I believe, and won a national title. With one leg. If a little boy with one leg came up to you and told you he wanted to be an undefeated national champion, what would you have told him? Would you have been like, you can literally do it and mean that? Or if you have told him something and went to your friends and were like, he can keep dreaming. Let's find something else to do. Think about that. If a little boy came up to you and told you he wanted to be an NFL linebacker, a little boy, I don't know, a little boy's in a wheelchair that's paralyzed. Think about it. I know it sounds crazy and we can't wrap our mind around it, but unless we start literally believing that we can do anything at all, you're going to be stuck in the past. It's 2013. We need to start believing new things. We need to start doing new things. I don't know if you guys have seen that interview on YouTube. It's from like a show or something where he talks about how we are the worst generation, period. Are you kidding me? We are called the worst generation. I mean, it's by many people I've heard that term. Like that is saying something about us. Either we're not doing enough, or we need to start doing new things. Or if they don't believe, they don't understand what we're doing, they don't understand our greatness. We need to start rethinking and going up that next level. I don't care what you say or what you do, you need to be the best at it. It doesn't have to be in people's faces being cocky and I'm being like being an ass kind of thing. But we need to be confident in ourselves, know we can do anything, and then do it. Stop making excuses. Excuses are going to get us nowhere. It's a waste of time. So realistic. Everything can be attained. We can do anything. I mean, you guys got me on there? Like it's the best thing that I've ever kind of wrapped my mind around. I love it. And we have to go until we can't go anymore. My little brother, he's a triathlete. I mean, I can't understand. I'm a wrestler and fighter. I'm not with those triathlons, but I've been to some of his races, and it doesn't matter what age group. It could be kids, it could be adults. And I see people going across the finish line and literally fainting. They literally pass out of heat exhaustion, dehydration. They literally can't take one more step. Like, they are literally giving it every single ounce of energy they have. And look what happens. They're finishing with 20-something mile runs and crazy stuff. They go till they can't go anymore. That is what we have to do. That is what it's going to separate great from the greatness. We want to be the best we can be, so we have to go farther than anyone else has gone before. If it's in the if we're studying, we're doing homework, anything at all, we need to push forward and we need to keep going until we can't go anymore. That is what it's going to take, and that's what we need to do right now. It's a hard concept. It's crazy, it seems like, right? I mean, who would have thought this would help anybody? For all I know, everyone's going to go home and be like, this guy was crazy. He's bouncing around. He was drinking like 4 Red Bulls. Someone wake him up here. Like, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to push forward and become what we can. Achieve our path to greatness. It's good stuff. I like it a lot. I'm going to tell you one more story, then we're going to go. I'm trying to make it short, but I'll try. I always heard that we need to have fuel. We need to have that inner motivation that propels us forward. It's a true story, I promise I'll make it up. When I was 2nd grade, I was sitting down, beating my little brother, and probably the PlayStation or something, because I was good at that. And I tried to get up, and I couldn't. I mean, I didn't know what was wrong, I couldn't get up. I realized I couldn't bend my right leg, like it was stuck at a 90-degree angle. I couldn't bend it. I told my mom, and at first she thought I was dumb. She's like, stop playing. It's not funny. And I said, no, I can't bend my leg straight. So I went to the hospital, and I was getting tests done on me. I was doing all this funky stuff. And it got to the point where the doctors had no idea what was wrong with me. They checked spine stuff, they checked they checked everything. They had no idea why my leg was stuck. So they said, when you can bend it, you can leave. In about a week with like physical therapy, straightened it out, could move it, and went home. Okay? About a week later, it happened again with the other leg. This one was stuck straight. I couldn't bend it. Went back to the hospital. The test got even worse. I had surgery. I had everything done. Like no one, even to this day, no one knows what happened. They couldn't tell me. In second grade, I kind of over-exaggerated a little bit. I didn't know what was going on. And having a doctor tell me that he doesn't know if I would ever be able to straighten my leg or if it fixed, would it happen again. They had no idea. For me as a second grader, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm gonna kiss all my Olympic championships goodbye that I was gonna get. Like, I'm going crazy. Through all that process, I don't know, it was months in the hospital, I don't know what it was, but I never saw my mother or father frown. Not once. They were always smiling, always being uplifting. That is my fuel. I literally can't give up because I know that I have a family that would never give up on me. I have a little sister who watches me. I have a brother who watches me. I can't stop because there are people watching me. This is my goal. I want to be a motivational speaker, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to have people watching me now. This is going on YouTube. I'm going to be the next best thing. I'm going to be the one that inspires you now. That is my goal. That is my future goal. That is my goal right now. I'm not waiting anymore. There's no more waiting for my world championship. That's when it comes to it, I promise. There's no more waiting to be a motivational speaker. I'm doing everything I can right now to achieve every goal I have. And that's what everyone in here needs to do. I want you to set your goal, and we are not going to stop until we die. It sounds crazy, I know, but we are going to give it everything that we have. I can't stop. That is my motivation. My motivation is within my love for my passion. My passion is my craft and my family. My friends that are here right now. All you guys, even if I don't know you, I love you. That is why we are here. That is what we all need. We all need to understand that I'm going to say it over and over again, I know, but we need to understand that we can do anything. History is being made right now. Right here, right now. With this speech, when you leave, whatever you do. Homework, workouts. We are going to be the best, and we're going to set an example for Appalachian State University. We are going to raise the bar on what we do here. I want to have the best athletic program. I want to have the best fitness program here. I want to have the best academics. I want to set Appalachian State on the map. I want to set myself on the map, and I want to set each of you on the map. We all need to be ready to take on the world. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But I'm getting to a point where I have to realize, what do I want to be remembered for? Now, I want to have a legacy. People are going to look back at me in 100 years. I want them to say, wow, that kid's a boss, you know what I mean? That kid is a tank. In the cage and in life, he worked his butt off to inspire. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to inspire you to go farther. I want to inspire you to realize that it doesn't matter what you have going on with you. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's amputations. I don't care what it is. We can break anything. We can do anything, but we need to start right now. We can't waste time. We can't stop. I don't care where we are in life. We're 18 years old getting to college, or we're 20-something leaving college. I know we all leave college at different ages, but I'm just leaving that broad. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we start, where we stop. We are going to keep going, and that struggle is going to be our path. That struggle is going to be our greatness. Greatness, greatness, greatness. I love the word. So when you leave here today, I want you to remember and think about what you want to be remembered for. What legacy do you want to leave behind? I know what mine is. I hope you know what yours is. Some people don't know. Some people, it takes time to find out what you want to leave behind. I didn't know until recently. I knew kind of what I wanted to do, but my mindset was all over. I knew I wanted to work hard in everything that I did. Didn't know what I wanted to do, so that's why I did everything. I mean, I had every kind of phase there was imaginable growing up. I wanted to do everything, but now I know where I'm going, and now you guys aren't going to see me until I get there. So you're on ESPN, speaking or competing, I don't care what it is. And I truly believe that each one of you can do that too. You have a supporter. I am here to inspire you now, like I said before. We need to do it, and we need to do it now. So ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered for? I want to thank you guys for coming out here today and listening to my speech on motivation. I hope that it has literally inspired you to do whatever you want to do. Thank you very much for coming. Run around.